We'll see how these two teams play in this game as they prepare for the opening kickoff. And he got all of this one. Great kick. This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's a team and a program that year in, year out's got 1,000-yard rushers. Sometimes they've got two, and they've got that huge offensive line. And, you know, you get too worried about them, and sometimes you can overlook the fact they can throw the ball.
It's going to be tough today for this defense. I think they're going to have to take some chances and load this line of scrimmage. And, you know, as a play caller for this offense, when you have such a gifted running back, it opens up every aspect of the offense. I mean, the play-action pass with this running game, you get those linebackers and safeties coming up close to the line of scrimmage. It's a great time to really open up and show what you can do as a complete offense. It'll be a challenge.
On the draw, tackle in the backfield. The halfback just couldn't get back to the line of scrimmage. Loss of one.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this.
He's going to try and scramble. He's taken down at the 42-yard line. How about that conversion on third down?
Good push here by the guys up front, and they are really starting to work hard in the trenches.
That's a great tackle at the 49. Caught with room to work. He's tackled at the 36.
That was a good reaction to the blitzing linebacker. That's what you like to see out of a young quarterback. He just has to ignore the pressure and get the ball out of there on time.
Got it. And he goes down quickly. He ran a good route there and was able to pick up yards underneath the coverage.
It's okay to move the ball in small portions because it relaxes the offense and can open things up for the big play.
From the 31-yard line, it's second down.
Strip that ball. Mike 34, Mike 34.
And he's tackled after positive yardage.
Call it a gain of 5 yards. That'll bring up third and inches.
Mike 34, Mike 34. Larry. Let's go. Check.
And down he goes at the 21.
That's a key play to find the open man and keep the drive alive.
That's good enough for another Arizona first down.
Rifles it right side. Here's play number 10 on the drive.
Second and 10.
Hey, check Mike 34. Mike.
Nice run up the middle.
With the tackle. Gain of 6 yards. Third down.
Reset, cut right. 34's the Mike. 34's the Mike. He's coming. Check in. That's hard enough. Check.
Just throws this one away. Fourth down. So the kicking team is on the field. They'll try for 3. Arizona is looking to go up by 3. He gets it up, and it's through the uprights. Everyone's all lined up and ready for the kickoff. Sends it sailing downfield. And it goes into the end zone, down for a touchback. So let's see what the offense can do as they come out onto the field.
7's the Mike. Mike 7. Set.
Knocked out of bounds around the 33-yard line.
Gain of 8 yards. That makes it second and 2.
Check number 6. 7's the Mike.
And he's tackled at about the 39-yard line.
Number 1 makes the tackle at the 39-yard line. That makes it first and 10.
Check down.
Brought down at the 48.
Call it a gain of 9 yards. That brings up second and 1.
Here he goes. And he's taken down right around the 42-yard line. He kept it himself and picked up a good-looking first down.
Great execution and a good decision there by the quarterback.
Quick throw out to the receiver, incomplete.
Well, he must have hurried there because his receiver was wide open. There was no need to rush that one at all.
It's 2nd and 10. Ball on the 42-yard line. He's under some heat. Wires quickly to the tight end. And they make the stop around the 13-yard line.
That's good. 29 yards. First down.
Up the middle for a nice gain.
Gain of 5 on the play. That brings us 2nd and 5.
Jefferson again. Touchdown, Beavers. Great call by the offensive coordinator.
Big-time play, taking that ball all the way in. Maybe the defense wasn't expecting a run.
And he converts the extra point. An 8-play, 75-yard drive, and that's good for a touchdown. So our score, 7-3. Looks like they're ready for the kick. Nice kick, plenty of distance. This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback. And while they are behind, they know they can knot things up in a heartbeat. It's way too early to change your game plan. They come out in a 5-wide set. There he goes. Brought down after a nice run up the middle. And they get nice yardage on that run. Quick throw. He gets hit out of bounds around the 41-yard line.
That'll make it 2nd and 7.
Tackle made at the 48-yard line. They'll bring him down at the 46.
Call it a gain of 2 yards. That brings up 2nd and 9.
Throws complete, and he's hit right away.
That's a gain of 4 on the play. That'll make it 3rd and 5.
From the 42-yard line. 3rd down. Squares it out to the right to the halfback. Tackled right around the 40. That play was designed to pick up a first down, but they didn't do it.
It looks like the receiver just lost track of where he was on the field.
He gets it up, and it's long enough. No good. He hooked it right.
I was really impressed with their last series. They came out with a focus on the passing game, and the offense got the job done. We'll see if they have the same strategy here.
Gets it. He's in space. And he's level at the 43-yard line.
Not a real fancy play here, just a smartly run route. Good protection and a well-placed ball. Most times, you don't need much more than that.
Oregon State is up 4. Got a man complete, and he's hit hard.
That'll make it 2nd and 4.
They'll line up with 5 wide receivers. Quick throw out to the receiver. He's taken down around the 22-yard line.
That makes it first and 10.
The quarterback in the gun. Empty backfield. 5 wide receivers in the formation. Complete. He's got room. Ball is loose. Fumble. And that one's recovered by the cornerback.
Funny because you usually don't see corners down there picking up loose balls. They're more worried about interceptions.
You never like to have to play from behind, but a deficit this manageable shouldn't be in the front of their minds. They just need to go out there and play. Slings it. He's tackled at about the 17-yard line.
That makes it second and 6.
He has some room. And he is drilled at the 25. Tackled after a decent pickup.
Game 7. That'll bring up second and 3.
Gets to about the 34-yard line.
Gaining 2 yards. That'll make it third and 1.
Roger. Mike 41. Mike 41. Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Check.
Fires quick out to the receiver, and he can't make the grab. Peterson was the intended target on the play. And that'll bring up a punting situation.
It was a good hold by the defense on third down. Now their punt returner will get a chance to make something happen.
They're stacking the line. It looks like they're coming after this punt. And he's tackled at the 33. Oregon State showing no fear early in this football game, Kirk, and they're looking for the upset.
They are looking for the upset. And the longer they stick around in a game like this, I think the more that they believe they can actually pull it off. It looks like we may have ourselves a ball game today.
This offense lost the ball by way of a fumble the last time they had it.
I look for the offense to come out with the same game plan as before. You don't make changes after one play.
Second down, 14 coming up here. Ball on the 29. 5 wide. Slides down to the ground.
The ball carrier. That's good for a gain of 14 yards. First down.
Oregon State is up by 4. Gets it out to his receiver in a hurry. He's pushed out of bounds at the 43.
Call it a gain of 14 yards. That makes it first and 10.
They spread the field in the gun with 5 wide receivers. He's got it with room to run. And down he goes at about the 13.
First down.
They'll spread the field with 5 wide. Throws quick to the receiver, and it falls incomplete.
Number 13 was the intended receiver on the play.
Second and 10. Ball on the 13-yard line.
7's Mike. Mike 7.
And that sets them up for the first and goal.
Burns makes the tackle at the 1-yard line. That makes it first and goal.
They'll bring him down for a loss on the play.
Good job by the defense to overpower the offensive line and drop the back for a loss.
And this play is number 8 on the drive. for a loss. 2-yard loss for the halfback. This is from the 5-yard line. It's 3rd and goal. Oregon State holds a 4-point lead. Throws it into coverage, and it's intercepted.
The defense really cranked up the heat there. Give those guys all the credit for forcing a desperation pass.
They come out in an empty backfield. He's hit and taken down. Oh, and he had some steam on that throw. So an empty backfield with 5 wide receivers. On the throw, incomplete pass.
Number 89 was the intended receiver.
It's 3rd down, and this offense is about 3 feet away from that first down marker. Gets out to about the 31. Quick out to his receiver, and he's tackled at the 41. Not a bad little play there.
Yeah, it's a nice job by the quarterback reading the coverage and delivering a very catchable ball and allowing his receiver to come up with a nice game.
A tight, low-scoring game in that first 15 minutes. Let's see if things open up in the second quarter. 7-3, Beavers. And we're ready for more football here in quarter number 2.
Roger. Hey, check Mike 34. Mike 34. Let's go, Omaha. Omaha.
Zips it to the back. Nowhere to go on that play-action pass completion.
That'll bring up 3rd and inches.
That QB's trash. Let's go. 34's the Mike. 34's the Mike. He's coming.
Quick throw, almost intercepted.
Number 86, the intended receiver on the play. That makes it 4th and inches.
Lindsey is back to receive. And they push him out around the 36-yard line.
Return for a gain of 14 yards.
With 1 quarter down, I really haven't seen too much separation between these two squads. Might be neck and neck the whole way. Quarterback all by himself in the backfield with 5 wideouts. Fires quickly, and he's got his man. Brought down at the 45-yard line.
That's how we do, D. That's how we do. They don't want
Harris
us.
makes the tackle at the 45-yard line. That brings us.
They come out in a 5-wide set. Complete. And he's taken down at the 32. Oregon State is up 4. Got a man, watch out here. And he's tackled in the open field.
Gaining 5 on the play. That brings him 2nd and 5.
They'll line up with 5 wide receivers. Quick strike to the receiver. And they make the stop at the 19-yard line.
Call it a gain of 8 yards. First down.
Watch his flat. Watch his flat. Watch his flat. Watch his flat.
Fires it out. What a play, and that is 1st and goal.
Cooper makes the tackle at the 8-yard line.
Hey, pick your
That
game
makes it
up.
1st and
5
goal.
wide. Quick pass. Touchdown, OSU. He makes the PAT. kicker looks like he's ready to kick this one off. He sends this one deep. He's to the 20. They'll bring him down at the 25-yard line. You think about the challenges these two teams are facing. On one side, you've got to find a way to keep building on your lead, and on the other side, you've got to find a way to get back in it. Hands off up the middle and stuffed.
By the time the running back here got the football, he's looking up, and he's got a couple defensive linemen closing in on him because they were able to slip off of their blocks. Really is nothing he could do at all there. That was more of a miscommunication and just getting overmatched up front by the offensive line.
And he stopped behind the line.
The defense just met the blockers head on and drove them back straight into the runner.
That'll bring up 3rd and long.
3rd down and long coming up here. Ball on the 18-yard line. And they're going to put 6 DBs on the field to counter that 5-receiver look. Caught sideline, and he stays in.
This is a great pitch and catch combination, and they hook up here for a big-time game.
5 guys will be out in the pattern as they're in the shotgun. Quick shot to the open receiver, and he can't hang on to the ball. They tried to fool him by running the same play again.
Well, fooled no one there, Brad.
That makes it 2nd and 10.
2nd down and 10 to go. Ball on the 43-yard line. Again, he'll get the call. And they hit him in the backfield.
That is a loss of 5 on the play. That makes it 3rd and 15.
Let's go, D. 41's coming. 41's a Mike.
Airing it out long. The defender had his hands on it, but it's incomplete.
Hayes picks this up. That brings us 4th and 15.
And watch out, they're going to bring the heat right here. Oh, man, did he take a hit. They punched it in for 6 on the last series. Can they do it again?
Well, I think this defense has got to do something because right now the quarterback is in such a good rhythm that you've got to do something to try to get him out of it. I would suggest trying to bring more pressure. Try to come up with an exotic blitz look to try to get him on his heels as opposed to being the aggressor and attacking the defense.
So the sack makes this a 2nd and long.
Four down. Mike 7. Mike 7.
Taken down in the backfield. Tackles him hard at the 7. After the sack, it's now 4th and long. Castillo back deep to return. It's away, and it's a booming punt. Castillo takes it at the 47. He makes it to the 42-yard line. So we're just about ready to return to action.
Mike 41.
Throws complete, and he stopped immediately.
That's a deep.
I got number 18. I got number 18. Watch the pass.
Gets it out quickly. That's a great tackle at the 23-yard line.
That's a team 14 yards on the play. That's good enough for another Arizona first down.
Great pressure on the quarterback forced that incompletion.
Boy, they really pounded him on that throw.
From the 23-yard line, it's second down.
41's coming. 41's a Mike.
Here he goes. Gets out to around the 15. He's on the run. Tackle made at the 12.
That makes it first and 10.
Mike 41. Mike 41. Let's go. Check.
He gets out to about the 9-yard line.
That's a gain of 3 on the play. That makes it second and 6.
You're online, baby. Ready. Move for the ball.
And he carries the ball for a nice gain.
That's good for a gain of 5 yards. That'll make it 3rd and 1.
I got one. Here we go.
He scrambled. And he's going to be sacked for a loss.
Sacks the quarterback. Loss of 3 yards on the play. That makes it 4th and 4.
This one should be makeable. And they can make this a one-possession game with this kick right here. The kick is up, and it splits the uprights. And it looks like they're ready for the kickoff. He really got a hold of that kick. This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback. Momentum swings have been fairly even, and with so little separation, this game can be drastically changed on just 1 or 2 plays. Oregon State holds an 8-point advantage. There's a strike complete. He's down.
Call it a gain of 4 yards. That makes it second and 6.
There are 5 wide receivers split out. The quarterback in the gun. Caught out in the open. They'll bring him down around the 41-yard line.
Whitaker on the tackle at the 31-yard line. First down.
They'll spread the field with 5 wide. He's going to try and scramble. He's at midfield. He's taken down at about the 47-yard line.
That's good for a gain of 12 yards. First down.
Got it and brought down immediately.
That's good for a gain of 7 yards. That'll bring up second and 3.
They come out in an empty backfield.
Crunch time, defense.
Tackle at the 31.
That's good for a gain of 3 yards.
Seven's a Mike. Mike
That
7.
makes it first and 10.
Out of bounds at the 27-yard line.
Gain of 4 on the play. That'll make it second and 7.
It's second down, 7 to go. Ball on the 27.
All day, every day, any day. My game, my game.
Nice run, and he's brought down.
Gain of 6 yards. Third down.
It's our time. It's our time. Check, check. Ready, team. Ready.
Throws it in a hurry. Touchdown, Oregon State.
These guys need to be aware this aerial attack is capable of making some big plays. They've got to get on their toes.
And he converts the extra point.
Is good.
They line up to kick this one away. And he got all of this one. Great kick. And it goes into the end zone, down for a touchback. The offense goes back out onto the field after picking up a field goal on their last drive.
Man left. Watch 14.
He's scrambling. They bring him down.
The protection broke down. The defense was in the backfield in a hurry, and they brought the quarterback down. Nice play.
It's second down and 11 to go. Ball on their own 24. Fires out to his wideout. He's tackled around the 39-yard line. Here they go on the draw, and they'll lose yards.
For a loss. Call it a loss of 2 yards on the play. That'll bring up second and 12.
It's second down, 12 to go. Ball on the 37-yard line. They come out in a 5-wide set.
Easy. Eagle. Motion. Eagle. Pass.
Slings it out there incomplete.
Here's the intended receiver on the play. That brings up third and 12.
Roger. Mike 41. Gotta fix that. Right.
Fires out quickly to the tailback. And down he goes at the 46. That was a good pass and catch there, but still not enough for the first down.
That's not an easy conversion here on third down for the offense. All the defense has to do is stay back, keep everything in front of them, come up and make a tackle.
Tries to get around the corner. Runs with it, and the ball comes loose. Oregon State's offensive coordinator. I don't know if he saw something in that defense in that first quarter, but right now they're rolling.
You know, they started off a little bit slow, but give him a lot of credit for making the adjustments, and all of a sudden he's made enough adjustments to put his offense in a position to put up a lot of points.
So the question here is whether or not his knee hit the ground before the ball came out.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So the call on the field will be reversed.
Tight right. Pull down. Mike 7. Ready. Red 68. Red 68.
Caught, open field. He steps out at the 28.
Call it a gain of 9 yards. That brings up
Short yardage situation here. It's second down and 1.
Tight right. Pull down. Mike 7.
And he's tackled at the 29. Oregon State's going to have to use their second time out of the half. Slings it. And a nice catch there before he stepped out of bounds.
First down.
From midfield. First down.
Mike 7. Yeah. You don't want none.
It's caught. First down, and he's out of bounds.
Good job here by the receiver to look the ball in and ensure he had possession. That's the right way to catch a pass.
Roger. 7's a lunch.
They'll line up with 5 wide receivers. Quick pass, man open, and he dropped it. Second down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 38. They'll spread the field here. Let's see what the defense does with a 5-wide outlook. And a quick throw. Brought down right around the 34. Fires quick to an open man. He dropped it.
Lindsay's the intended receiver on the play. Fourth down.
Kicks away, and it's good. Oregon State to kick. Nice kick, plenty of distance. This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback. It's still only the second quarter. We've got a lot of football left, but I've got to say, this one is teetering on the brink of a blowout. 5 wide. He makes his way out to about the 35. This guy just made those 10 yards look easy. It's second down, and they're about the length of the football from the first down marker. And he hits him hard at the 29-yard line. First half is over, and this is why they play the game. The Beavers with an 18-point cushion.
Hi, everybody. Glad to have you with us on the EA Sports NCAA Football 14 halftime show presented by Nissan. Innovation that excites. Bruce Davis, David Pollack here in the studio as always to lend a little perspective to what just went down in the first 30 minutes. Neither ground game got much going in the first half, averaging a little less than 3 yards per rush. David, as you look at this, look, you always hear the term, get the offense behind the chain. When you get them in long yardage situations, what does that do for a team?
Well, it's so much fun. You start with the defensive line, you know it's a pass. You get to fly upfield as fast as you want to. It's not 3rd and 3 where you're sitting in a situation where they could run or they could pass, and there's a little bit of doubt in your mind when you're coming. You fly upfield, you rush the passer. Everybody knows that the sticks are a little bit further back, so DBs can back up a little bit and play to the sticks as opposed to playing 3rd and short situations. It makes it easier on the whole defense.
Just about ready to start the second half. We're going to watch all the games around the country, including some coaches who like to sample the surface that they're playing on. I'll keep an eye on that.
Yeah, I'm going to go to the cafeteria. You want some turf, some AstroTurf or anything?
Yeah, if they've got some, I'll chew on that in the second half. Here's the second half for you to chew on with Brad and Kirk.
Welcome back, everybody. Second half action about to begin. He just drills this one. And it goes into the end zone, down for a touchback. This senior quarterback's put on a good show, Kirk.
Well, Brad, you just said it. He's a senior quarterback, and that experience is so important. It allows you to just sit back and comfortably read the defenses and then eventually find the man that's open and deliver the football.
We'll see what else he has in store for this defense as they look to tack on more points. Both squads are digging in now. Let's see what happens on this next drive.
Mike 7. Down. Check. Alert Sam.
Here's the throw, and I don't think he got anything on that.
Brown on the tackle at the 28-yard line. That'll make it 2nd and 7.
Check. Green 88. Green 88.
Quick strike, and he drops it.
The pass falls.
3rd and 7 coming up here. Ball on the 28-yard line. They'll spread the field with 5 wide. Fires it out. And they make the stop at about the 39-yard line.
Whitaker on the tackle at the 39-yard line.
Empty backfield, quarterback in the gun. 5 wide receivers. He's wrapped up for the sack.
That's a loss of 7 yards. That'll make it 2nd and 9.
Defense looking for another sack in this 2nd down and long situation.
Mike 7. Ready. Green 9.
He's in trouble. Runs with it, and he's got room. Slides down.
Call it a gain of 5 yards. Third down.
Four down. Mike 7. Check.
Quick throw, and he's taken down around the 46-yard line. Rodriguez is the punter. Little too much leg into that punt. They'll bring it out to the 20. There's got to be some sense of urgency to this offense right now. They don't have the luxury of wasting drives if they want to get back in the game. He makes it out to maybe the 23-yard line.
Call it a gain of 3 yards. That'll make it 2nd and 7.
He gets out to about the 25-yard line.
Call it a gain of 2 yards. That'll make it 3rd and 5.
The offense going to try to open this field up, coming out in a 5-wide set, and the defense counters with their dime look. Now he's going to run, and watch out. Tackle made at the 32.
First down.
Here we go.
Pass is tipped away.
You know, for you young cornerbacks and young defensive backs, this is a great example of just being smart and efficient as a defender. Instead of taking a chance and going for that interception, he was smart. He got in position, knocked the football away, and didn't give the receiver a chance to make a play on the football.
He lost the ball. It's recovered. And he's stopped behind the line.
And they will keep the drive alive by recovering their own fumble.
And so it's another 3rd down upcoming here. And he tackles him hard at the 21-yard line.
Man, these guys can be aggressive. When you stand back there and take hits like that, you definitely are going to feel it the next day.
Lindsey will be the return man. Tackle made at the 49.
Not over here.
The quarterback leads the offense back out onto the field as we get set to resume play.
Down. Oklahoma.
Scrambling around. Slides down to the ground.
Slides on the way. That's a gain of 6 on the way. That'll make it 2nd and 4.
Check the outs out there. Four down. Check.
And he throws it away.
Great job by the defense at getting after that quarterback. And right now, I think they've got him with some happy feet. He appears to be a bit rattled.
They're about 4 yards away here on 3rd down. Now he's scrambling. Decides to slide.
Number 6 slides on the way. That's a gain of 7 on the way. That makes it 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Gets to about the 34-yard line.
That's good for a gain of 2 yards. That makes it 2nd and 8.
Mike 7. Check. 180. 98 win.
Under heavy pressure. They'll make the sack. That makes 4 sacks today.
Well, this speed is difficult to defend because you have to try to keep them off balance so they can't use their quickness.
And here's another 3rd down.
Four down. Mike 7.
goes out of bounds around the 36-yard line.
That's good for a gain of 5 yards. That brings us 4th and 11.
The kick is up, and it's wide left. No good.
Every time you have a chance to finish a drive with points, you've got to capitalize. That time, they couldn't come through.
The offense takes the field again. They were forced to punt their last time out.
If they're going to make a comeback in this game, it's going to have to start now. This offense has to get rolling.
On the run, gets to about the 37-yard line. Taylor only picks up about a yard there on the draw play.
Good pressure from the defense. They brought the heat, and there wasn't much room for the running back to work with.
Gets out to around the 48. Gains his way to the 40-yard line. He's taken down at about the 29-yard line. They'll bring him down around the 19-yard line.
Number 7 with the tackle at the 19-yard line. That's good enough for another Arizona.
He's on the run. And he's going to be sacked for a loss.
As an offensive line, you've got to do a better job as a group at communicating. The defense brought pressure. And that time, they did not do a good job of picking up the linebackers. The linebacker was able to come up with a sack.
Defense looking for another sack here on this 2nd and 13 situation.
41's coming. 41's a Mike.
He passes it, and it's incomplete. Nice job getting a hand on that one.
Yeah, really good heads-up play there to get a hand on the football by the defense.
This is the 8th play of this drive. They come out in an empty backfield. On the throw, incomplete pass. He tried to hit his receiver in stride, but overthrew it a little too much.
That'll come in time. Just repetition, throwing that same pass over and over, and he'll be fine.
He gets it up, and the field goal is good. Arizona ready to kick this one off. He kicks it off, and he got all of that one. This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback. The Wildcats defense really looked pathetic in that first half, Kirk, and now they're doing a nice job.
Well, obviously, they've made some adjustments after the first half, and it's paid off for them. I think right now they're tuned in to what this offense is trying to do, and I think they're also just playing with a little bit more of a chip on their shoulder.
Both squads are digging in now. Let's see what happens on this next drive. Tackle at the 36-yard line.
Gain of 11 on the play. First down.
They come out in a 5-wide set. And they get the sack.
Perfect time to call the blitz. He took a bit of a chance, but it paid off by the linebacker being able to get through there, shoot the gap, and get to the quarterback.
They come up to the line here. It's 2nd down and 14 after the sack.
Mike 7. Mike 7.
They'll go ground. He's tackled at the 30-yard line. Loss of 2 on the run by the halfback. They'll line up with 5 wide receivers. got to throw it in a hurry. Gets it out quickly. And down he goes at the 33. He's tackled at the 30. For Oregon State, they're having success rushing the passer tonight. This aggressive defense has enjoyed multiple sacks tonight. The contributions from this defense is one reason they've got the lead. There's got to be some sense of urgency to this offense right now. They don't have the luxury of wasting drives if they want to get back in the game. Fires quickly, and he's got his man. And he's tackled at the 41. Strike to his receiver, no good. It's 2nd and 10. Ball on the 41-yard line. Quick strike to the receiver. Brought down at the 48-yard line. Run up the middle.
That makes it 2nd and 6.
Great pressure on the quarterback forced that incompletion.
Boy, they really pounded him on that throw.
3rd down now, and they need to get it down to the 38.
3 down. Watch 23.
Let's
Watch
go.
23.
Easy.
Motion.
He's going to try and scramble. Decides to tuck it in, and he's got space. And they make the stop at the 37. He tackles him for a loss. Loss of 1 there for the halfback.
I'm sure this running back will be looking around for that guy the next time he takes a handoff.
Mike 34.
Easy.
He's got it with room to run. And he's level at the 29.
That's good for a gain of 9 yards. That'll bring up 3rd and 2.
Mike 34. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Easy.
Slings it, and he is drilled at the 15.
That makes it 1st and 10.
I got number 18. I got you.
Fires out to his wideout, and he's taken down at the 10-yard line.
Too easy.
5 yards. That brings him 2nd and 5.
And a quick throw. They'll get the 1st down on that 8-yard completion.
It's been no secret who the quarterback's been looking for. That's the 3rd time that this receiver has caught the ball on this drive.
This is the 12th play of this drive. He's in for the score, and they're back in it.
I think the option down by the goal line is a great call. It puts so much pressure on the defense and allows the quarterback to have the decision to run it or pitch it. And this time it worked to perfection.
And he tacks on the extra point. They line up to kick this one away. From his own goal line. And he's tackled at the 30-yard line. 1 quarter to go, and this looks like it could come down to the very end. 24-16, Beavers. Welcome back to the action here as we resume play here in quarter number 4. Both teams realize that when the ball is snapped, we're 1 play away from a very different ball game. Up the middle for a nice gain.
Gain of 5 yards. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Oregon State holds an 8-point advantage. They go with the run, and he's taken down behind the line. Loss of 2 by the halfback.
2 yards on the ground. That makes it 3rd and 7.
It's 3rd and 7. Ball on the 33. Down in the open field.
I like how the offense is using the pass to get him involved. He's explosive, and you just want to get the ball in his hands.
Mike, 7. Let's go. Green number.
Throws it in a hurry. Gets past the tackler. Tackle made around the 48-yard line.
Gain of 6 yards.
Oh, you got deep?
That'll make it 2nd and 4.
Mike, 7.
Tackle after a decent run up the gut.
Gain of 4 yards. That'll bring up 3rd and inches.
He laterals. He's going to come up short. Good tackle. Castillo is the deep man awaiting the return. This punt bounces into the end zone, and this will be a touchback. Things aren't tied, but they might as well be. It's this drive that could really dictate the tone for the last quarter. Gains his way to the 30-yard line.
That's good for a gain of 10 yards. That'll make it 2nd and inches.
Here he goes. He makes his way to about the 38. Makes it out to about the 49. They go with the option and pick up the first down.
Yeah, and that was a situation where the quarterback knew he could pick up the first down if he kept it himself. That's a good decision.
Good tackle there in space.
That's a gain of 6 on the ground. That'll bring up 2nd and 3.
41's coming. 41's the Mike.
Fires it out. He's at the 30. Huge gain, and that sets him up nicely with a 1st and goal. And he makes it out to about the 5-yard line.
No gain. That brings up 2nd and goal.
We've got 2nd and goal. Ball on the 5.
Hey, check Mike 34. Mike 34. Ready. 98.
Shows some moves, and he's in. Big conversion right here. Time is running out, and they need this one to tie it up. Empty backfield, quarterback in the gun. 5 wide receivers. Quick throw. He's got the 2.
Two fantastic plays in a row. First a touchdown, and now the conversion. What a turn of events this late in the game.
Arizona is ready to kick it away. He really got a hold of that kick. And it goes into the end zone, down for a touchback. We might have overtime in the back of our minds, but down on the field, that hasn't occurred to anyone. They want to end this thing in regulation. Pass complete and taken down immediately.
Number 1 makes the tackle at the 32-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and 2.
Inside give. And he tackles him hard at the 43-yard line.
That's a gain of 11 on the play. That makes it 1st and 10.
Nice run there.
That's a gain of 4 on the play. That makes it 2nd and 6.
Mike 7. Let's go, D.
They'll drop him for a loss. Third down, and they need to get it inside the 47. Stays in bounds and made a nice catch.
Call it a gain of 10 yards. First down.
Mike 7. Mike 7.
Green on the gun. Green, 95.
He's taken down at the 36.
Whitaker with the tackle at the 36-yard line. That makes it 2nd and 2.
He's at the 20. And he hits him hard at the 12-yard line.
Man left, man left. Four down. Mike 7, Mike 7.
Green on to the gun. Green on team.
Throws it to the halfback on the screen. Makes a move, and he's in for the touchdown. And he converts the extra point. And it looks like they're ready for the kickoff. Nice kick, plenty of distance. This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback. They did a great job on their last drive, moving the ball down the field for a touchdown. Let's see if they can duplicate that on this drive.
I think the defense right now is just sitting back on their heels. They're allowing the offense to kind of dictate things to them. And one thing is that any defensive coordinator would tell you in the country, you have to be the one trying to dictate things to the offense. So change it up. Try something different. If it's not working, you can't continue to sit back on your heels.
Passes it, and it's picked out of the sky. They'll bring him down around the 17-yard line. He steps up and makes a big turnover.
Yeah, he just made a huge play right there. He knew what was coming all along.
It's 1st and 10. Ball on the 17. Oregon State is up a score. Screen pass. He's got his halfback. They'll knock him down for a loss.
That'll bring up 2nd and 11.
forward to about the 16.
Call it a gain of 2 yards. That'll make it 3rd and 9.
From the 16-yard line, it's 3rd down. And he's tackled after positive yardage. Jefferson picks up about 7 yards on the run. Arizona's going to use their first time out of the half here. Kicks up, and it's good. Everyone's all lined up and ready for the kickoff. Sends it sailing downfield. And it goes into the end zone, down for a touchback. An interception cut this offense last drive short, so I think they're going to be looking for a little more success right here.
And I don't think this defense will lay down lightly. They're going to try to continue to rattle this guy.
Throws complete. He's got space to work. That's a great tackle at the 32. Less than 2 minutes in the 4th quarter. He's under pressure. He sails it long. Oh, boy, almost intercepted. 3rd down, and they're going to need about 3 yards to pick up the first down.
41's coming. 41's the mic. Let's go.
Sets up a screen. Tailback's got it. Tackle at around the 48-yard line.
Really a nicely thrown ball, and a good job by the receiver to run right under it.
Throws it out and oh, he's hit hard for a loss.
Smith brings him down at the 47-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and 11.
He throws a dart to the left.
Brad, I just think this quarterback's got to do a much better job of being able to read that defense and make quicker decisions. And especially when the defense starts to get pressure, you've got to either get rid of that football or check it down or take off and run with it.
They go with a screen here, and the halfback's got it. He's at the 30. Down the sideline. Touchdown, Wildcats. Here's the extra point to get within a field goal. And he hits the PAT. They'll bring him down at the 41-yard line. Wow, what a 4th quarter, Kirk. Both these teams are scoring at will.
Can either one of these defenses come up with a stop? Just make a play. Otherwise, it's going to come down to who has the ball last.
Late in the 4th quarter in a one-possession game, and poise is what it's all about here. Who's going to have it and who won't? A little over a minute in the game. Give to the tailback. He's tackled at the 39-yard line. So the halfback gets only 2 on the draw play. From the 39-yard line. 2nd down. Takes it up the middle for a nice run. Jefferson picks up about 4 yards on the play. The Wildcats using their 3rd and final timeout. Well, a lot of frustration by that offense, but you've got to give the defense credit for coming up with a stop in this quarter in a game this close. It's 4th down. They call on the kicker for a long field goal. It's up, and it's good. They're lined step to kick, and they might just kick it short and prevent a long return. And he got all of this one. Great kick. This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback. Well, this is the chance. Late in the fourth quarter, they're behind, but they've got an opportunity now to come back and win it. He's under some heat. Going long. And he's got the freshman. And down he goes around the 31-yard line. The spike will stop the clock. From the 31-yard line. Second down. So this is it right here. One last play and one last chance to win the game. If they can get the Hail Mary, they'll pull out the miracle win. Once and all, going deep. A great game here today in a tight one. Oregon State 37, Arizona 31. That's it for this presentation of NCAA Football 14. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Brad Nessler saying thanks, and we'll see you soon.